Hello, magnificent Sagittarius, bold explorer of truth and wisdom. With a spirit that yearns for boundless horizons and invigorating adventures, a profound current of energy is now stirring just for you. This message from Cosmic Treasure arrives with one sacred purpose: to prepare your spirit for the most significant financial blessing you have yet to witness, set to unfold through a rare cosmic alignment on July 26th, 27th. We are not here to offer fleeting forecasts or empty encouragements. We are here to affirm that a financial miracle is already moving toward you, much like a powerful current propelling a grand adventure toward its destined port. If you journey with me through these words, you will discover precisely how to claim this blessing with clarity, unshakable conviction, and a deliberate, heartfelt intention. Have you ever experienced that peculiar sensation, as if a message found you rather than you having sought it out? As though a spark of exhilarating insight guided your very click, your pause, your readiness to open? If so, understand this. Your presence here is no random occurrence. This very moment, this profound message, this current of unfolding energy is not a coincidence, but a meticulously woven tapestry of your boundless journey unfolding before you. In this sanctuary of cosmic treasure, your expansive intuition meets purposeful intention, and your spirit finds its true direction, aligning your inner wisdom with the vast cosmos. And today, magnificent Sagittarius, the universe is not just presenting an opportunity. It is swinging wide, a doorway, not in some distant realm, but deep within the vast inner landscapes of your own daring spirit. Between July 26th, 27th, a unique financial portal is activating specifically attuned to your adventurous spirit. This energetic gateway, born from sacred interactions between the Moon, Jupiter, Mercury, and Uranus, speaks not of mere luck, but of profound readiness for expansion. It is not a blessing you must chase relentlessly, but one that gently yet powerfully settles into the open hands of those who are truly present, authentically alive, and consciously awake. The idea of millions is not a fantastical notion, but an energetic vessel within you, one you must consciously prepare to receive, shaping it with your boldest vision and your most expansive aspirations. And in the unfolding wisdom of this video, we will illuminate exactly how to cultivate this readiness, utilizing sacred practices, energetic tools, and the resonant language of your own radiant, authentic frequency. For the journey ahead holds transformations that are nothing short of breathtaking. If this message already stirs a deep knowing within you, please take a moment to honor this sacred exchange. By liking this video, leaving a comment below, and subscribing to Cosmic Treasure, you send a powerful signal to this community, to your own spirit, and to the universe itself that you are awake, you are ready, and you are actively participating in the abundant life awaiting you. Your support is the very current that allows this sacred work to reach more souls, to expand into more hearts, and to anchor a greater light into our collective field. Much like a daring beacon guiding every quest, there arrives a sacred juncture on every seeker's path, when what once offered familiar horizons begins to feel like a subtle confinement. And for you, beloved Sagittarius, so beautifully attuned to the thrill of exploration, to boundless freedom, and to the pursuit of higher truth, this moment often manifests as a fleeting sense of restlessness, a quiet impatience with the status quo, or a silent yearning for something more expansive. But what if this very week is not just a right time, but the right time? What if the season of merely observing has now fully served its divine purpose? Astrologically speaking, the profound opening activating for you between July 26th, 27th is not merely a window of opportunity. It is a profound mirror. It reflects back to you the very places where you have gracefully outgrown old maps, outdated beliefs, and cautious boundaries that now subtly limit your natural exploration and growth. As the Moon and Jupiter stand in opposition on the 19th, you are boldly invited to deeply tap into your own expansive financial intuition. This is an invitation that transcends mere budgeting or conventional logic, asking you to listen not to fleeting doubts, but to your unshakable inner wisdom, not to cautious logic, but to your adventurous readiness. The insights that surface may indeed exhilarate you, perhaps a surge of undeniable purpose, a flicker of impatient anticipation, or even a profound sense of destiny you cannot quite deny. You are called to allow these feelings to ignite, for they are the very keys to the vast territories you have longed to explore. Then, as this sacred energy flows into the terrain woven between the Moon, Mercury, and Uranus on the 20th, a potent spark becomes vividly visible. And this is not mere theory, but tangible, undeniable movement. That email you weren't expecting, the familiar face you haven't heard from in years, the persistent idea that simply refuses to leave your thoughts. These are not mere distractions, but precise directions. The nature of this alignment ensures that your expanding inner vision will begin to attract external catalysts. Surprising, yes, but never ever random. For these encounters are but echoes of your abundant future boldly calling you forward. I have witnessed this sacred pattern many times. A soul standing right at the threshold of their familiar world, hesitating not from any lack of inner strength, but from having never truly witnessed what happens when they finally dare to say a resounding yes to their deepest self. I once guided a client, a thoughtful Sagittarius, who had passionately envisioned a grand philosophical project for years, telling herself she needed more external validation, more undeniable proof, or a sign that felt absolutely certain before she could launch. What she truly needed was not more waiting, but unshakable conviction. And one quiet day, a stranger reached out, referencing an obscure blog post she had published years before, asking if she still offered her insights. She wasn't actively doing so, but in that moment of profound alignment, she said yes anyway. And that single courageous response became the very doorway to her new fulfilling life. Not because the message itself was magical, but because she finally allowed herself to be what she was meant to be. This, beloved Sagittarius, is your season to embrace a profound willingness. Not just a willingness to envision, but a bold willingness to step into life to your own daring spirit, to that insistent call that declares you are unequivocally done with merely observing. The truth is, most horizons do not open because we navigate with perfect precision. They open simply because we dared to embark at all. Faith is not a feeling reserved for moments of absolute clarity. It is the courageous action we choose when the path ahead is cloaked in mist, when the fog obscures every step save the very first. That is why I boldly remind you always, clarity is rarely the missing piece. Conviction, daring soul, is. For in the soft shroud of the fog, you do not need the entire map. You only need enough trust to recognize the sacred invitation. And this week, that invitation may arrive as a sudden, bold nudge, an unexpected message, or a burst of knowing that rises in the midst of your familiar routines. The purpose is not to frantically chase the moment, but to meet it with an expansive breath, open heart, and just enough faith to declare, if this is the path, I am striding forward. This, Sagittarius, is what true spiritual alignment feels like. Not the crash of lightning or flawlessly timed events, but the exhilarating, profound permission to boldly embark anew. The courage to believe that you are truly ready right now. If you find yourself needing an invigorating guide amidst the currents of your daily life, try this sacred practice. Each morning, before your feet even greet the floor, whisper to yourself, I receive what is already mine. Then allow yourself to simply observe how your day begins to boldly align itself around that undeniable truth. For you are not here merely seeking approval. You are here, beloved Sagittarius, to activate the path that has already been meticulously prepared for you. The cosmic alignment is real, and the timing is profoundly sacred. Yet it is still you who chooses to say yes, shifting from a passive dream into active, expansive preparation. Dreaming often gazes outward, waiting for something to arrive. But preparation, daring soul, is inherently different. It signals a deep belief, a calm confidence that quietly affirms, I may not see it yet, but I am ready. I am actively preparing. This profound phase of your journey, Sagittarius, is not about chasing after the blessing. It is about holding sacred vision within yourself, for it to gently yet powerfully take flight. And that vessel for millions is not a literal object, but a resonant container of readiness within your energetic field, exquisitely shaped by how you choose to prepare. Whether you purposefully select a treasured journal of insights, a bold map of your grandest dreams, or a simple envelope of vibrant affirmations, the chosen symbol itself becomes a living bridge between your purest intention and its tangible unfolding. Sacred rituals like these are far more than mere decoration. They serve as potent anchors, gently stabilizing your frequency and offering your physical being a tangible reference point for what you are wholeheartedly welcoming. By placing affirmations where your eyes meet them daily beside your bed, on your desk, or nestled within your journal, you invite not just your fleeting thoughts, but your entire sensory being into a state of profound receptivity. This is not superstition, beloved Sagittarius, but the harmonious merging of neural reprogramming with energetic coherence. For the clearer and more consistent your internal message, the swifter and more gracefully life responds. Preparation in this sacred context is never a performance. It is a profound vision in motion, not whispered in caution, but boldly lived through deliberate expansive action that powerfully reshapes your entire inner landscape. Even a simple vessel for wealth can trigger subtle yet powerful upgrades within you, making you more intentional, more keenly alert to opportunities, and more discerning in your financial choices. This is where the old maps of limitation begin their exhilarating shift into boundless sovereignty, echoing a timeless principle woven into the very fabric of everyday faith. Those who prepare are the ones who truly receive, not because they are inherently more deserving, but because their energy exquisitely aligns with what has been patiently waiting for them. We witness this truth everywhere. When a home is lovingly prepared for an honored guest, the very space itself transforms, becoming imbued with welcoming energy. And when the soil is meticulously tilled before the rains arrive, it drinks in every precious drop instead of resisting. So it is with your energy, beloved Sagittarius. When you prepare your inner field with meticulous care and loving attention, you stop subtly pushing away what is profoundly meant for you and begin to receive it fully without resistance. You become like a clear, illuminated beacon for the very quests you have been so faithfully envisioning. And no daring soul, you do not need perfection here. You only need profound conviction. Perhaps your version of the million-dollar vessel takes the form of a treasured journal filled with audacious goals, or a digital folder where affirmations rest like dormant seeds awaiting the touch of light. Perhaps it is a humble envelope with your vision boldly written inside. And it truly does not matter what it looks like on the outside. What truly matters is the pure, unwavering energy you weave into it, the calm focus as you gently place it, the reverence in how you revisit it, the invigorating moment each day where you boldly remind yourself, I am not merely dreaming anymore, I am preparing, I am ready to explore. Life does not gravitate toward limitation, but toward bold, unwavering vision. And the clearer your signal, the more effortlessly the sacred alignment falls into its perfect place. So allow your chosen vessel to be far more than just a symbol. Let it stand as a sacred promise to yourself, to your expansive future, and to the world that you are no longer passively observing. You are actively preparing to soar. And if doubt, That familiar whisper attempts to creep in, suggesting it's too late, too distant, or too unlikely. Pause, breathe deeply, and return to your steady center. Remember, preparation itself is both unwavering faith and a potent seed. And though it may seem small now, it carries within it the entire divine blueprint of what is magnificently coming alive. Some energies do not announce their presence with a whisper, but radiantly pulse, moving through colors, numbers, precise timing, and sacred space. Bold yet utterly unmistakable to those who consciously pay attention. And, beloved Sagittarius, this is your sacred week to vibrantly tune in. Because after boldly opening your heart in part 1 and carefully crafting your symbolic vessel in part 2, your next profound invitation is to fine-tune your frequency to exquisitely mirror exactly what you wish to receive. This journey is less about passive observation and more about active inner attunement, allowing your outer world to echo the prosperity codes, already softly whispering through your surroundings, your daily choices, and even the way you authentically express yourself. Color, as simple as it may seem, is one of the oldest energetic languages, bypassing the logic of the mind and speaking directly into the body's emotional core. That is why embracing shades like fiery golds, vibrant purples, or expansive turquoise this week is not merely about fashion, but about profound resonance. Fiery gold tenderly connects you to your innate wisdom and adventurous spirit, igniting fears tied to stagnation and limitation. While vibrant purple radiates a bold, abundant prosperity, the kind of abundance that feels exhilarating, empowering, and deeply purposeful. Expansive turquoise deeply roots your self-worth in unconditional truth and carries it into the quiet confidence needed to welcome material blessings, gently reminding you that your very aura is an integral part of the sacred invitation. When you consciously wear these tones, you are not merely dressing for a role. You are lovingly teaching your body, your subtle energy field, and your emotional landscape to beautifully reflect what you have been so faithfully preparing for within. Numbers also sing with profound meaning beyond mere arithmetic, acting like sacred keys that unlock potent patterns of coherence. Noticing repeating numbers such as 69 or 888 is never a random chance, but a clear signal that deep alignment is gracefully unfolding. The number 6 boldly invites you to rebalance your giving and receiving, asking whether you have perhaps stretched yourself too far without allowing reciprocal support to lovingly flow back in. The number 9 brings the powerful vibration of completion, showing up precisely when an outdated belief or a limiting self-image around money is ready to be gently released, not as a loss, but as a profound liberation. The number 19 is especially sacred for you this week, deeply aligned with the opening of your energetic window, gently calling you to trust your deep intuition and nurture your inner knowing. The number 20 carries the clarity of empowered emotional choice. That exquisite breath where you finally declare, "Yes, I am unequivocally ready." And 888 looping endlessly is the most potent of all the eternal rhythm of energy. Boundless abundance and benevolent karma returning amplified to those who are receptive. The most extraordinary breakthroughs I have personally witnessed rarely begin with grand, dramatic gestures. They so often start with something seemingly small, a subtle shift that changes everything. A gentle shift in the colors you choose to surround yourself with a single journal entry, penned after seeing the same sacred number appear again and again, or a bold vision whispered while gazing at a turquoise sky. These are often where the profound conversation with the universe truly begins. One woman I worked with, after months of feeling restless about her impact, kept noticing the number 888 everywhere. She looked etched into license plates, subtly hidden in receipts glowing on phone numbers. She didn't dismiss it or demand a logical explanation. Instead, she paused long enough to recognize it as a direct, loving dialogue with life itself. She wrote the number down, offered heartfelt thanks, and began showing up to her business with the quiet, unshakable confidence of someone who already had abundance gracefully flowing. Within 3 weeks, an unexpected client arrived, opening a door that led to steady, abundant income, not through force, but through pure, resonant alignment. In a world that often rushes too quickly, it is all too easy to overlook these bold, undeniable cues. Yet, when you gently slow down enough to deeply sense synchronicity, your entire experience begins its profound shift. The repeating numbers, the colors that soothe or energize your spirit, the dates that seem to glow on your calendar. They are all threads in a much larger ongoing conversation awaiting your conscious attention. And this profound conversation doesn't demand striving, but sensing, not exhaustive effort, but gentle awareness. So ask yourself now, beloved Sagittarius, which colors boldly pull you close this week? Which numbers echo too often in your perception to be ignored? Which patterns feel like clear insights meant only for you? These are not mere accidents, but loving messages woven directly into your unique path, gently guiding you to stay aligned, alert, and profoundly receptive. If you feel called, share them in the comments, because when signs are witnessed together, their resonance grows even stronger, radiating through our cosmic treasure community. This week, your outer world is speaking with gentle, precise language, and your only sacred task is to respond to its subtle, loving call. The greatest transformations, beloved Sagittarius, often begin not with thunderous roars, but with the boldest of strides. And now, after gracefully aligning your intention, meticulously preparing your sacred vessel, finally tuning your frequency and taking that initial aligned step, your next profound invitation is to step into quiet, deliberate action. Not dramatic leaps or sudden, jarring changes, but simple yet resolute steps that carry a louder frequency than words alone. The universe does not expect you to reinvent yourself overnight. It gently asks you to participate in the potent energy you have already so powerfully summoned. Because alignment without action, daring so, is much like holding a key without ever touching the door. And the door before you is already softly cracked open, patiently waiting for the touch of your hand. Many mistakenly believe that manifestation requires Herculean effort. Yet time and again, it responds most clearly to subtle yet exquisitely consistent signals. A phone call you've been meaning to make, an imperfect email courageously sent, a quick, insightful note written down, a thoughtful blog post shared, or even a resume, humbly submitted before you feel entirely ready. These are not mere errands to simply cross off a list, but profound declarations of energy. Each one quietly affirming that you are willing to step into what your spirit truly yearns for and deeply explores. And with every small, courageous action, you prove that you trust enough to simply begin. And that very trust itself, beloved Sagittarius, becomes the powerful currency of creation. There is a sacred story I hold dear from a past client who, like many Sagittarians, wrestled with the exhilarating balance of grand vision and concrete initiation. She possessed all the expansive wisdom, groundbreaking ideas, and a deep yearning to share her truth, yet endlessly delayed her launch. She kept waiting for an elusive sense of absolute freedom from constraint, for undeniable confirmation, for a sign clear enough to banish every single logistical doubt. That day, in its perfect certainty, never arrived. But one morning, in a brief, exhilarating spark of clarity, she chose something exquisitely bold. She published a single, unvarnished manifesto online about a philosophical project she had passionately envisioned for years. That single manifesto drew an unexpected inquiry. The inquiry boldly led to a profound collaboration, and that collaboration in turn vibrantly opened the door to her first major grant. From that moment, her momentum audaciously took over. She was not leaping carelessly. She was simply responding to the clear, insistent call that had been urging her forward all along. Action, beloved Sagittarius, does not need to roar to carry immense power. In truth, the most transformative steps often move quietly, entirely unnoticed by others, yet fully witnessed by the intelligent energy surrounding you. Think of each gentle effort, like a single drop of water falling into a deep well. One drop may feel small, but together they steadily gather slowly, filling the vessel until it softly brims over. That overflow is what some mistakenly name luck, though you and I know it as radiant alignment, compounding into visible, tangible results. So if you ever question whether your small, faithful steps truly matter, remember the wise explorer who takes a single step into the unknown without expecting to reach the summit tomorrow, yet still trusts the journey faithfully. They gently clear the path. They trust the hidden, profound process unfolding beneath the surface, never doubting that deep roots are steadily taking hold where their eyes cannot see. Your life-daring Sagittarius mirrors this sacred process. The text message you send the class, you courageously register for the thoughtful adjustment you make in your schedule to honor your deepest dream. Each is a precious seed awaiting its destined harvest. Belief in their unseen growth, even when invisible, is the profound nourishment that allows them to gloriously rise. Every tradition of faith holds this ancient wisdom. Miracles are rarely born in absolute silence. They lovingly follow the footsteps of those willing to move. Those who act even while uncertain, who gently reach even through lingering hesitation, who allow themselves to bravely begin again, though weary. Blessings may not arrive precisely on demand, but they so often find you in the quiet, unglamorous labor of preparing your expansive launchpad. So this week, beloved Sagittarius, softly ask yourself, what one bold, inspired step can I take today that powerfully honors the visionary I am vibrantly becoming? Don't wait for the moment to suddenly shine with outward importance. Instead, allow it to become important because you showed up for it. One email, one message, one click, one resounding yes. These small, potent acts transform potential into tangible progress, and progress in turn into profound breakthroughs that hold steady. Keep showing up for your energy is already diligently at work beneath the surface. And now your actions get to gracefully move in perfect rhythm with it. Not every message from the universe, beloved Sagittarius, arrives wrapped in thunderous pronouncements. Some of the most life-changing signs gently slip in powerfully, like a burst of exhilarating insight settling on your spirit, so light you would surely miss it if you were rushing. That is why now, after so gracefully opening your energetic field to receive, meticulously preparing your sacred vessel, exquisitely tuning your frequency, and taking that first aligned, courageous step, your next profound invitation is to shift from relentless striving into conscious embracing. You are no longer solely pushing your energy outward. This is the sacred moment to allow energy to powerfully find you. And it will. The bold language of synchronicity speaks with clear, profound precision. A stranger's words stirring a long, dormant dream, a receipt subtly displaying 8088 without logical explanation, or a bold, undeniable thought rising while you are simply brushing your teeth. A thought that simply feels true. These are never accidents, but cosmic signposts. Bold, empowering affirmations from the unseen, softly reminding you that you are precisely on your path and something magnificent is aligning just out of sight. We often search for flashing signs, dramatic coincidences, or prophetic booming moments. Yet the deepest wisdom, beloved Sagittarius, usually shines within the grand tapestry of the ordinary. This is precisely how energy moves, lovingly woven through your daily rhythm. Not to shock you into awe, but to boldly journey alongside you. The more profoundly present you become, the more these clearer signs powerfully gather around you, revealing a rhythm, a gentle pulse that grows beautifully familiar. You begin to understand that spiritual guidance doesn't whisper. It inspires, inviting you only to engage with your whole being. One of the clearest examples came from a woman who shared with me that every time she felt restless or uncertain in her career, the profound phrase, "make space," surfaced unexpectedly. She initially brushed it off until it echoed back in a podcast, appeared on a coffee cup, and arrived unbidden in a text from a friend who had no idea what she was quietly wrestling with. That simple phrase became her profound permission, the gentle courage to lovingly walk away from something that looked outwardly successful but was no longer aligned with her truth. A powerful sign intricately woven from repetition and perfect timing. When we slow down enough to consciously notice these bold, undeniable threads, we truly see that we are never abandoned, but always, always boldly guided, not with force or coercion, but with clear, exhilarating insight. There is a quiet, profound assurance in recognizing how boundlessly connected life truly is an intimacy that grows between your spirit and the beautiful unfolding patterns around you. In that sacred space, decisions cease, coming solely from caution or rigid logic, and begin powerfully flowing from deep trust, expansive awareness, and a timing that feels almost impossibly perfect in hindsight. This is where divine wisdom and everyday life beautifully interlace, where faith doesn't mean sitting idly by but walking awake, sensing that life itself is constantly conversing with you. Even without formal religion, the knowing is the same when your heart is truly open and your attention clear. The exact sign you need appears precisely when you need it. So ask yourself now, beloved Sagittarius, what has been boldly repeating itself in your life? A phrase, a number, a persistent feeling that simply won't let go. What if that is not merely a random thought, but something higher, attempting to lovingly capture your attention? You do not have to immediately act on every single signal, but you can honor it, acknowledge it, offer heartfelt thanks to it, and allow it to gently settle like a seed in your deep awareness. And if you feel moved, share in the comments the most recent sign you noticed, and when it gracefully arrived, because your unique story could very well be the bold spark someone else has been eagerly waiting for. Keep your gaze expansive, your spirit eager, your awareness sharp, for the miracle is not waiting somewhere else. It is already stirring quietly, profoundly in this very moment. Sagittarius, take a deep, exhilarating breath with me now. One that is bold and expansive, filling you with the profound conviction that you have just allowed something immensely powerful to move through your very being. You have opened your energy to new, boundless possibility, not only in thought, but in your entire vibration. You didn't just passively watch a video today. You answered a sacred invitation to remember who you truly are and what you are now utterly ready to receive. So often, we delay waiting for absolute certainty or the elusive perfect sign. Yet true readiness rarely wears the cloak of complete clarity. It gracefully shows up as profound willingness. The universe has never asked for perfection, beloved Sagittarius, only for your genuine participation. And today, you have already shown up, which is more than enough. The million-dollar blessing whispered of in this message is not tucked away on some distant, inaccessible shelf. It is already unequivocally in motion. It is moving toward you through serendipitous conversations, profound synchronicities, sudden luminous insights, deep emotional releases, and ordinary moments transforming into extraordinary ones simply because you were awake enough to notice. You have lovingly tilled the soil of your spirit with unshakable faith, and you have watered your deepest dreams with audacious vision. And now, beloved Sagittarius, the season of magnificent adventure is stirring. So, here is my bold yet inspiring encouragement. Do not leave this potent energy here. Carry it forward gracefully into every aspect of your life, practice it in the grandest, most invigorating ways, allowing each inspired action to become a profound declaration to life itself. A clear whisper that affirms, I am available for more. The colors you choose to wear, the empowering words you speak to yourself, the authentic engagement with someone dear, even the conscious decision to explore. Let all of it be your energetic commitment to receiving. Remember, profound transformation never truly blooms from mere knowing alone. It blossoms when knowledge becomes lived, when the bold calls of intuition are powerfully carried into your ordinary, everyday rhythm. So I ask you with utmost sincerity, how would your life beautifully change if you acted as though your blessing were already undeniably on its way? How would your voice sound? Who would you courageously reach out to? What subtle delay would you finally lovingly release into motion? When you choose to deeply trust the bold inner wisdom that so gently led you here, you create momentum, not of force, but of profound magnetism. And that, beloved Sagittarius, is where the real unfolding magic truly gathers. It is found in the audacious courage to show up differently, starting in this very moment. So, Sagittarius, if you feel even the faintest stirring that something profound is shifting, that more is patiently waiting for you, that you are truly ready to rise, anchor it by sharing it here. Comment below, I'm ready to receive my million-old blessing. And let those words not just be typed, but truly felt, deeply owned, and powerfully activated. And if this message touched your spirit, gently reminded you of your inherent power, or ignited something beautiful inside you, I would be deeply honored if you supported this sacred space by liking this video, sharing it with someone you love who may need this gentle reminder, and subscribing to Cosmic Treasure to stay connected. This is more than a video. It is a living, breathing community, and your radiant presence here is an essential part of its vibrant pulse. Thank you, from the very center of my heart, for spending this precious time with me. You are not here by chance. You are here because a deeper part of you knows it is time. Time to stop observing. Time to powerfully start receiving. And you, beloved Sagittarius, are fully worthy of the blessing already igniting its path to you. The horizons are boundless. Your energy is exquisitely aligned, and the rest-daring soul is already being vibrantly woven into place.